going for these missile turrets around the base instead of focusing them near the command center. But looks like he's getting enough on this area that probably they'll be able to kill a drop before it happens. Actually, with this many missile turrets, it might be enough to kill a few overlords if they try to go for a drop. But not using a lot of precious minerals to do this, of course. And it looks like most of the missile turrets have been set up here. So yeah, please do keep the suggestions coming. Once again, I do make those requests often in my videos because, as you can see from this game, requests really can get you the video. And I even offered a reward for whoever found this game, and the Lordson didn't take me up on the reward yet. The reward was to get a video request of his choice. But you know, if you guys find some good videos, I certainly will be doing them. And if I post any future questions, I will put up small incentives like that. I don't know, maybe they'll help. It looks like Nada now setting up Hot Forever setting up for another drop on Nada. He's got Scourge around too to kill off Science Vessels if there are any. And he's got so many Overlords there. It looks like a Defiler now out for him with Consume. We'll see how good his Defiler control is. Interesting enough, he ate some Hydralisks there. That's not really too good of a use there. And looks like actually Nada's actually got a double drop here on the at the center of the map here at this expansion. I think he's got enough to pick off this expansion, so this could get him back a little bit in the game. Hot Forever this time not having enough Hydras to deal with it. I don't know where his Mutalisk Force is. I guess he doesn't have a Mutalisk Force anymore after those Guardians were wiped out. Hot Forever's back row is not being that good. I expected it to be better considering he has 6 bases. I expect him to be maxed out really quickly, but it looks like he doesn't have that many units, and no Nidus Canal here able to help him reinforce. And he's sticking to Hydralisks. Now, most of the time in modern StarCraft, we don't see Zerg using Hydralisks at all against a Terran player. The only time we see Zerg going for Hydralisks is when the Terran goes for mech, going for mass Goliaths. Then we do see Hydralisks. Usually the only time we see Hydra units is when they go for Lurkers. And looks like now he has Ultralisks, not Overlords. He has Ultralisks, and they're going to pick off this group quite easily. Nada is going to spot this, and if he can get several Ultralisks at one of these expansions, Nada is just going to be completely destroyed. I'm not sure what Nada can do if he does an Ultra drop here. Nada looks like he's picking up his mineral-only expansion on his main island also. And he's done a little bit of damage by killing this off, but looks like Hot Forever has been getting ready to do a huge drop here at the northern part of the map. And he might be going for that gas natural that he's been contesting for a while. Meanwhile, some Overlords moving south too, perhaps thinking of picking up those Ultras and going for a drop. And wow, just a lot of forces there. But I have to say though, Hydra is just not used very often today. Really, because they're just not that effective against upgraded Medic Marines. Just not that effective of a unit, but Hot Forever is going to use them, though, it seems. Anyway, though, looks like a bunch of Overlords going for a drop here at the south. So a multi-pronged attack here from Hot Forever. Ultra drop here at the southern area, but looks like a bunch of Science Vessels, and this is what I was talking about. Nada's actually managed to get the Science Vessel Swarm that he needs to be able to defeat late-game Zerg units, and Hot Forever just was a little bit slow in closing the deal here. I felt like he could have just finished Nada off maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago when Nada was just completely behind. Looks like he's dropping right into a massive Medic Marines, though, but good Dark Swarm there, able to push Nada's forces back, but huge a number of Medic Marines here and Science Vessels, and looks like Hot Forever is probably going to get his force cleaned up here. Those are Hydralisks, not Lurkers. What he needs are Lurkers to deal with these forces most effectively, and a lot of Lurkers getting irradiated there. Mass irradiate going off, and really 5 Lurkers remaining for Hot Forever, looks like. He's able to push in among these Medic Marines now, probably going to pick them off, but he's not going to have much left afterwards to do some damage to the base here. It looks like he just doesn't have that follow-up force. I'm not sure what his Ultras have managed to accomplish. It looks like, wow, Nada with great defense there, holding off against this massive drop from Hot Forever. And it looks like Hot Forever just has a couple of Hydralisks. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, in honesty, if he switched to Cracklings and Lurkers, that would be a much better and much more economically friendly build for him, because he's just got to be, Hydralisks do take gas, and that is a reason why going for upgraded Zerglings is a better choice than going for Hydralisks and Lurkers. You really just, Lings and Lurkers, you're able to produce more of both, and they're just a very potent combination. Both of them are so effective under Dark Swarm. Hydralisks just aren't that effective under Dark Swarm. Obviously, if a Marine's under Dark Swarm with them, they can't do anything to a Marine also. Anyway, so Nada actually managing to hold off, and Nada getting back into the game because he does have 3 running bases right now, and Terran doesn't need to have 6 or 7 bases to be a major threat against Zerg. With 3 gas, Terran can just still produce a lot of science vessels, and he's going for pretty much an SK Terran build here, sticking to just medic marines and science vessels, and that is a relatively gas cheap build. You can survive off of just two gas using this build. Nada now with 2 dropships, thinking of doing another medic marine drops, and he's slowly just finding himself back in the game here. Really impressive by Nada. I would have said the game was just completely over 5 minutes ago. I was about to call it for H.O.T forever. Just amazed that he didn't manage to seal the deal though, even when he had pretty much the entire tech tree. Now going for another drop behind the mineral line here at the mineral only expansion, and Nada actually looks like he's doesn't want to irradiate that ultra because it will hit his own SCVs. Nada not pulling his SCVs. Looks like he's actually bringing a supplemental force here of medic marines, and looks like they've actually gotten a defense matrix over them, so they're probably going to be able to pick off those overlords, those ultralisks. Actually, looks like he even irradiated a Hydra there. So all the forces are getting wiped out here from H.O.T forever. And wow, H.O.T forever so far has not been able to kill off any science vessels. And that's going to be a big problem for him as we approach the later parts of the game. Now, don't forget that Firebat Hero managed to beat Savior in that epic game. If you guys, a lot of people have asked me for it, so if you guys want to see it, just it's not on Class Search account, it's on Violattack's account. So search for Firebat Hero under there, and you will find the long game on Python where he managed to beat Savior by going for mass science vessels and battle cruisers at the end of the game and just turtling up with those. And there's nothing Savior could do. And looks like he's actually going for overlords right now, forcing the overlords to dump their cargo and now irradiating everything underneath. So Nada with great science vessel play here, and H.O.T forever just not having Scourge around. Really surprising. Nada able to maraud around with those science vessels, and he's pumping from something like 3 or 4 starports, and he's getting battle cruisers here. So Nada getting battle cruisers. This is gonna be, this is basically like that Firebat Hero game right now, but Nada's decided he can actually afford battle cruisers, amazingly enough, and it looks like he does have a lot in the bank here. I can't see the actual numbers because the resolution is so bad, but Nada is definitely going for battle cruisers, guys, and with H.O.T forever's just not such great control here, Nada's managed to get enough resources to get his BCs out. Nada has battle cruisers, and I don't know if H.O.T forever has any idea this is occurring. Of course, Zerg don't have the benefit of scan, so they just can't know, unless they get a flyover with some overlords, what's going on. Looks like Nada's bringing another double drop into the main here, but H.O.T forever's got so many ultralisks there. He's got 7 ultralisks to deal with his group of medic marines, but Nada looks like he's focusing on the Greater Spire here. He's moving his marines out of the way of the ultras. He's still focusing on the Greater Spire. Only 2 marines left, but he's managed to slip around the base here. Only 1 marine left here. 2 marines still left. It looks like one marine, just both marines still attacking the Greater Spire. 1 marine left, and he's bringing his marine around again. It looks like a plague's gone off on his science vessels though. And it looks like the Greater Spire gets taken down here. And by the way, this was Pimpest Play number 1 of the game. A huge plague over Nada's science vessels though, so Amulisk would clean them off nicely. But by the way, that was the first Pimpest Play of the game. Nada managed to take out that Greater Spire with just about something like 12, I think there was only about 14 Marines there and 2 medics, but he managed to take out that Greater Spire against 8 Ultralisks who were trying to prevent him from doing that by using his excellent Marine Micro there. And wow, just dancing in and out among those buildings and picking up that Greater Spire. That's going to slow H.O.T forever down a little bit. And thank you, a Terran player is actually repairing their science vessels. Thank you. Happy to see that, because a lot of times Terran players just fly around with their 1 HP science vessels, and then the Zergs just look so pro when they pick them off with a Hydralisk, when in reality the Terran could have just prevented that by repairing them. Anyway though, it looks like another massive drop coming from H.O.T forever, but H.O.T forever just not having any success with these massive drops. He's sending an Overlord there to get killed, so none of these Overlords get killed. Now the drop is coming down here. A lot more Ultras than last time though, so hopefully Nada has enough Irradiates to deal with them. A lot of Ultras, 4 Ultras going towards the main. Now he spotted the first Battle Cruiser though. Battle Cruiser obviously will be able to take care of these forces eventually. Wow, a lot of Defilers there. He really needs to get a Plague off. Good Plague on the side vessels though. He needs something, anything to take follow up on this and pick off the plagued science vessels. But now Nada with looks like, oh, he's bringing in some Scourge there, and looks like he's trying to bring a Devourer in, but those battle cruisers are like, no, that's not going to happen. 6 or 7 battle cruisers there. If he gets a Plague off those battle cruisers, though, and a couple of Mulisks out, that's going to be GG for Nada, because he's just invested so much. And looks like he's those Ultras just have so much HP, even with 7 battle cruisers pounding away at them. They're able to pick up Plague going off on the battle cruisers. Great Plague on the battle cruisers there of Nada, and he needs to get some Mulisks out. He just